Today we'll be focusing on weight loss, eating for weight loss. And in terms of eating for weight loss, the thing that we're going to focus on is fiber. You've probably heard of the word fiber. Your doctor, your dietitian recommended you to eat plenty of fiber, or your social media influencers told you to eat plenty of fiber, or you've seen the word fiber in different types of products. But what is fiber? Why is it important? Why should we have it in our diet? What's so magical about this fiber? Think about building a fire. If you throw paper only, it burns fast. You get a big flame and then it dies out quickly. Keep adding more papers, the fire will somewhat be constant. You'll still get heat, but if you add logs, it burns slow and steady. These logs represent fiber in your diet. Fiber is the log in your meals. Without fiber, your food hits fast, energy spikes, then it crashes and you're hungry again, you're craving more and you're snacking constantly. But if you have fiber, everything slows down, you get a steady flow of energy, there's continuous energy to sustain you, you feel fuller for longer, you have fewer cravings. So if your energy is up and down all day, it's not random, it's your meals. It might be that your meals are missing the logs. If you're always hungry, craving sugar, or feel like your stomach is off, it might be that you're lacking fiber in your diet. It is important to make sure that you incorporate some sort of fiber in your diet, and it has a lot of health benefits, and especially if you want to control your blood sugar levels, like maybe you have diabetes. When you have something that's high in fiber, there is going to be a slow release of the glucose, the sugar, into your bloodstream in comparison to something that doesn't have any fiber. So the thing about fiber is that our bodies cannot digest it, so it takes time to break down that food. So while it's doing that, it's slowly releasing all the sugar into the blood from that food. But if there isn't any fiber, your body is able to just digest that quickly, and then there's going to be a spike in your blood sugar levels, and now you constantly have to snack because you are crashing, you're not feeling energetic throughout the day. But if you are having your fiber in your diet, that will be beneficial to continue for longer, and it will prevent you from having to overeat or over snack because you still feel full. But it also has other health benefits. For example, constipation. Maybe you have constipation or even diarrhea. It helps with the movement in the small and large intestines. So it has a lot of health benefits. So usually fiber products or brown products, those will be beneficial to make sure that you incorporate them into your diet. A simple example is white bread. Brown bread and white bread. White bread doesn't have any fiber, but let's just say you don't like any brown bread. You don't like brown bread, it doesn't taste nice to you. That's okay. But adjust that meal to try to have some fiber in it. The best way you can do that is having a sandwich, like lettuce, cucumber, onions, whatever, peppers, whatever you might want to add into a sandwich. Those vegetables, those raw vegetables, will count as your fiber. Even though the white bread doesn't have much fiber, you can add fiber to that meal by having a sandwich, by adding different types of things. Or maybe for your breakfast you were having bread and eggs, there's no fiber. So what can you do to that meal? You can have avocado, an egg, and your bread. The avocado will count as your fiber intake, and you're still getting healthy oils. So there's different ways where you can incorporate fiber into your meals. Or maybe you don't like avocado, you can have that meal, and afterwards you can have a piece of fruit like an apple. The apple will count as your fiber intake. So making sure that you do some sort of either fruit or vegetable that you can incorporate into that meal if you don't like the brown products. So there's different ways where you can include fiber into your diet without having to force yourself to eat foods that you don't like. Okay? It's that simple. It is that simple. If you have any questions in terms of fiber, please let me know and I will try to answer them.